Hi guys, Legend of Old 101 here once again. Bring you another reaction video. This time it's about my boy Tien. So remember, you can find me in the freemium places you can find your boy Legend of Old 101. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Or the freemium place you can find me. Remember to like that video, thumbs that video up, yo, share the video, subscribe to the channel, become part of the legacy, become part of the movement. Road to 1,000 subscribers is still ongoing. And remember to press that notification bell. Put your comments in the comment section down below. I'm always want to hear from you guys. Always. And also I have a podcast going with a group of friends of mine, and it's called Square Eyes Syndrome. So all that'll be in the description box below as well. So check that out. So let's get into this. It's called The Fall of Tien Shinhan. What the hell happened? Okay, so that's what it's called. By Saiyan Scholar. So literally I've been listening to some of this guy's stuff. This guy's good, man. So I just want to see what my boy Tien, what he's gonna say about him. So let's get into this, guys. Tell me you guys are ready. Because Tien, he has taken a mighty fall since the days of Dragon Ball, man. And Dragon Ball Z. Especially his Cell moment. That was the moment, yo. Put up that whole sign. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get into this, yo. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
Boy oh boy, have many of you asked for this video on that fierce and filthy bastard Tien Shinhan. One of my favourite characters and one of the most iconic Dragon Ball and early Dragon Ball Z characters. He's a goddamn role model, showing a tenacity and determination like no other, making a grand appearance facing Goku, trying his utmost best to keep up with Saiyans and tyrants in the franchise, and even going as far to competing in the Cell Games and Tournament of Power, competitions where Tien knew he had zero chance, but he did it anyway, because he is fierce, he is brave, he is badass, he has 3 eyes, he has the Tri-Beam, which can whip any fat ugly ass beast into shape, even if it's 1,000 times stronger than him. Tien has earned respect amongst the true Dragon Ball fans, and with all that being said, what the hell happened? Why has the character Tien Shinhan become one of the most damaged characters in the history of Dragon Ball? And most of all, why is Tien a victim of ultimate betrayal from his creators? Well, you're about to find out.
Stories are that Saiyan Scholar. Subscribe to this guy. This guy's good.
I feel really sorry for the character of Tien, probably more than Yamcha. As much as I love Yamcha, at least Tien always tried to maintain his dignity in fighting and kept his motivation and determination no matter the challenges. Everyone talks about Goku rising up to the occasion no matter the odds, but good old Tien lacked any sort of power compared to Goku and Z, and he still stepped up to face the Saiyans. Faced Frieza when he arrived on Earth, faced the androids, faced Cell, hell, he showed up in the anime of Z to try his best to fuck up Super Buu. Tien may be outgunned, but his honor and passion make him so damn likable to fans who have any sort of martial arts background or have faced obstacles in their life.
In Super, he's a joke. In Super, he's a legit joke. He's like, oh my gosh. After Cell, that was it. That was it for Tien. After Cell, that was it for Tien, bro. They washed their hands of him, and he's never been the same since.
Which they have to overcome even if they were overwhelmed. Tien is a symbol of effort, a goddamn role model. He always saw Goku as a rival, someone to keep up with, but he swallowed his pride more than once to accept Goku could never be caught. And Tien still kept in shape. Just look how fucking jacked he is. People talk about Nappa and Broly, but goddamn Tien looks like he could snap the spine of Godzilla. Tien is a role model, disciplined and devoted. And damn right possibly the strongest Earthling, just possibly. He accepted he was wrong. Being in the Crane School, he soon found himself with the help of Master Roshi. He used to be ruthless, never caring, but he changed. Uneducated fans who never watched the original Dragon Ball only think it was Vegeta and Piccolo who changed. But Tien was the original. What is not to like about this guy? And the most important question, why has he been shit on so much by the writers, preferably Akira Toriyama? Is it because he's human? Is it because he has 3 eyes? You can't exactly retcon the 3rd eye now, can you, Akira? Is it because Z was all about Saiyans, preferably Gohan's story? And I can accept that to a degree. If Gohan was the centerpiece, there's only so much screen time a guy like Tien can have, especially in Z when Super Saiyan was a new thing, and everyone wanted that new flavor of the month. boring old Tien became an obsolete number on the side of good. And could a guy like Tien ever recover from being pushed to the back? With good writing, yes he could probably. But let's be honest, most of the good writing stopped after the Cell Saga of Z. I'll tell you where it all went wrong with the descendant of the Three-Eyed Clan. Dragon Ball Super. Oh dear, Dragon Ball Super. How art thou? Wait, no, I'm being unfair. Let's roll back first and try to focus on the previous arcs in Dragon Ball and Z before moving on. The first big plus of Tien is when he trashes Nam and then squares off against Yamcha. Yes, when those characters were written properly into the story, and the match was actually awesome, when Dragon Ball had good brutality and had impact on the story. Obviously, Tien makes friends with Chaozu, which isn't exactly a big perk, but it gives Tien a sidekick like Yamcha had Puar. Wait, did I mention this guy had some epic Dragon Ball moves like the Solar Flare, Dodon Ray and Tri-Beam and Multiform? Heck, the dude even used the Kamehameha against Roshi, and that fight with Roshi had some great storytelling. Tien's got some great moves. When Tien fights Goku, Tien...
That's the thing, yo. People sleep on Tien's moveset, yo. Tien's move, you ever think he's got that, you know what I'm saying, the Illuminati beam, yo. The Tri-Beam, yeah, but he doesn't just have that, yo. He has all these moves. This guy's saying all these moves, bro. Hey, this guy's sleeping on Tien out here, yo. It's just because the flipping Toriyama gave up on him, yeah. Don't sleep on Tien, fam. Super trash right now, but I'm reading the manga. The Moro arc is was pretty decent up until Goku came into the fray with the Ultra Instinct sign. And everybody else came obsolete again. It was just like that way. They went back to the old formula again of the Moro arc, and it looks like it's gonna be the same thing again, unless they switch out. It's just even then it's the Goku Vegeta again. It's just no love for the Earthlings, yo.
Tien learns Chaozu is rigging the fight, and Tien tells him to stop, showing that Tien is a fair fighter, even when he's coming off as the villain. I mean, wow, talk about honor. And Tien fights with honor from there on. Tien's match against Goku was so important and meaningful. Tien changed his motives for the right reasons, moving away from Shen and Tao. Tien let Goku beat him up to make it fair for the biased interference. My god, this guy is a role model. And yes, he wins the tournament by beating Goku. A win is a win. Tien also makes a big appearance in the King Piccolo saga, but is naturally outshined by Goku's new power, and that's okay, that's acceptable. Goku has to get the spotlight in this arc, I suppose. Tien makes friends with the now Z Warriors, and trains ready for the Piccolo Jr. saga and the 23rd Martial Arts Tournament. Tien whips his former mentor, and this shows us that Tien actually had a meaningful character development and faced his old demons to right his wrongs. But some may say in Goku and Tien's rematch that Tien was humiliated by having Goku make Tien's clothes fall off. But like I said in the Piccolo video about comedy done right, this was comedy done right. Tien was still considered a major player here. A little comedy like this was fine because, as we find out in early Z, Tien still had respect somewhat. But Tien is always humble, and this doesn't faze the guy in the long run. Again, role model. Oh, quick shout out to Tien and Launch, a little side story which showed us that Tien and Launch were cared about in terms of development for some time. That was until Launch just magically disappeared. Yeah, fuck Tien and Launch, right? It's all about Bulma and Vegeta now. Now, when we move to Dragon Ball Z, there are pros and cons for the fearsome Tien. Basically in Z, Tien lives in a new world of stories where he is forced to survive, always hanging on by a thread with a Super Saiyan and tyrant-infested cast. Tien's pride, honor, and respect are basically smashed to bits as Z progresses, and the poor guy fights on. We as fans love Tien for the obstacles he had to overcome, not in terms of story, but in terms of how Toriyama decided to treat him. When the Saiyans arrive, Tien shows an awesome performance. He does all he can do until death, and for his friend Chaozu, because role model Tien, and it's gory as fuck. He loses an arm against Nappa, but Tien goes down like a badass. This guy is not afraid to fight all out. For God's sake, fast forward to Imperfect Cell, try beaming the shit out of him. He's not afraid to die for the right cause. Tien is a living, breathing Dragon Ball hero. Everything a hero should be. A role model. Damn fucking right. Of course, Tien's presence is sidelined for a long time when Saiyans take over the story, and doesn't really make a huge comeback until prepping for Frieza's return. And boy oh boy, talk about jacked. This guy is always training despite being shat on by Toriyama in terms of power levels and pathetic human growth potential. He still turns up to face Frieza and the androids, and fights the androids, gets choked out by 17, and still turns up to face Cell, and gives all he can against the Cell Juniors and Super Perfect Cell in the anime. You know, villains that are well above Super Saiyan levels. Tien's relevance in Dragon Ball Z was always hanging on by a thread, and it was apparent that at the end of the Cell saga, Tien just had to stop holding on. There was going to be no room for him in terms of the writing 7 years after Cell, and it's a shame. It's all because of the pathetic human growth potential that made guys like Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin irrelevant in the Buu saga. It's all about Saiyans. I mean, the only time Tien makes a big return is against Super Buu when he and Chaozu actually survive Buu's extinction attack. Cause Tien's a goddamn role model, and he intervenes to save Gohan. But what I don't get is, why make a massive return only for him to admit he's nothing and get shat on again and gets kicked into the dirt by Buu? What shit writing. And Tien took that on the chin, because you know what I'm gonna say. Just let me run over Dragon Ball Super very quickly here, because I'm not gonna take long. This show is an absolute fucking catastrophe how it treats Tien. God of Destruction Saga, Tien is nothing. Golden Frieza Saga, Tien is nothing. Oh wait, he fights a few stupid henchmen, sorry. Universe 6 Tournament, Tien is nothing. Sit on the side, let the Saiyans handle this. Future Trunks Saga, who is Tien? Tournament of Power Saga. Oh, now here we go. Tien joins the team. Better have some episodes designated to Tien's character to hype him up. Let's give him a dojo. Let's have Goku recruit him, only for him to be absolutely useless in a 2 versus 2. What a complete waste of potentially showing Tien's new abilities or new growth. Everyone else gets a fucking power boost. Wait, he's in the tournament though. Everyone gets some shine in the tournament of power, right? No. Dragon Ball Super does a fantastic job at making Tien look absolutely terrible in all aspects. No use whatsoever. Tons of meaningless scenes that doesn't even make Tien look half of the badass he used to be. Facing off against fodder. Tien was written to be the fodder of the team. Probably the worst player on the team too. And it's really, really sad. And where the hell is Tien's jacked body gone? He could have ripped Jiren in half with those muscles. Look, I know some would argue Tien did okay in the tournament for who he is, but really, does that sit well with us? We can feel the lies. We can feel like any scene that Tien is in is just put in there to shut Tien fans up. And they really weren't that good. They were just there, almost like forced. They had no importance because the big important stuff was saved for the Saiyans. And that's how Tien is treated in Dragon Ball now.
Ridiculous.
He just watches from the sidelines with Piccolo. That's their big game. Poor Tien. What the hell happened? After all this talk, I still don't know. Oh, I'm very sorry, guys. I almost forgot to mention. Remember when Tien fought Future Trunks in the BoJack movie? Tien was sticking it to Trunks until that little shit had to go and turn Super Saiyan. For anyone who doesn't know the golden rule of Dragon Ball Z, if a human forces a Saiyan to go Super Saiyan, the human wins. Even Vegeta turned off the TV in disgrace at Trunks, desperately activating his golden ass pull of a power-up given to the Saiyans by Akira Toriyama. Fuck superhumans, fuck Future Trunks, and fuck Super Saiyans. Look, in Dragon Ball, GT is pretty much non-existent. But like I said about Piccolo, at least GT didn't include him rather than include him and humiliate him. But if you think about it, look at him in GT for his age at the end of GT. He's as jacked as ever. Does this guy even age? He's supposed to be friggin' 57 years old and Krillin is 54. Tien is a goddamn leader, a role model to all who want to age with style. In the Galactic Patrol Saga, Tien is recruited and could potentially be a player once again. But really, like I said about Piccolo and Krillin and Yamcha, it's only a matter of time until their usefulness is over and they are just stuck there as filler for when the big boys show up. And it's a repetitive cycle of disrespect. I think the writers need to have the guts and give one of these characters the ball at some point. Or are they too scared to let Goku and Vegeta be at the back for a change? Oh, what destruction in the fandom awaits if Saiyans become mere Saiyans and humans become all-powerful. I can imagine it now. The Saiyan revolution will begin. An Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan times 25 Kaioken Kinkai Fist times 1,000,000 Grade 5 Ascended God Ki Infested Mega Ultra Primal Instinct Super Saiyan Goku Base Form will arrive and save the day. But you know who won't care? Tien won't care. Because as a character for years, he's just put up with all of the shit. And he's still there, standing tall, taking all the crap on the chin from the writers and the human-hating fans. But for us fans who love Tien, I'm so proud we stick together with the humans of Dragon Ball. Characters like Tien have our respect because of their internal growth and acceptance of position. Any real fan wouldn't care about who could blow up a universe just by jerking themselves off. Tien is more than that. Tien is iconic in Dragon Ball, a more relatable character than Goku and Vegeta ever could be. He knows his limits, he accepts them, and he accepts he'll never catch Goku. But that never ever destroyed his determination to be the best he can be. And that's why Tien is a goddamn role model. T-shirts of this coming soon.
Tien, you are a role model, bro. You are a role model. All Saiyan Scholar did there was state facts. That's all he did. Tien has been sidelined for way too long. It's just ridiculous. Yamcha is non-existent. At least Tien just shows up a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Yamcha's in the back. a man who can use like a miniature version of the spirit bomb and he's sitting chilling in the back. Yamcha, what the heck, bro? And Tien with his tri-beam, bro. Come on, man. This guy can duplicate himself. Guy has the third eye. This guy has no new techniques. He has the third eye. It should be like heightened, bro. He has opened the door to his soul. You know what I'm saying? It should be heightened. You have all this potential with Tien. This guy is rocking the third eye, bro. It should be spiritually on another level. It should be unlocking stuff like at least near Ultra Instinct by now. The guy has a third eye. This guy should be on the highest state of being right now. It's insane. The amount of stuff they could put in for Tien. He writes itself. He's got a third eye. It writes itself. Could easily be a type of god. You know what I'm saying? A human god. You know what I'm saying? The human version of it. But yeah. Tell me you guys think in the comment section down below. What you think of Tien's character. Like, I know it's put through the mud in Super. He's just been drugged. He's just been drugged in the mud. Of basically what Tyrion's done with him is disgrace. It's a disgrace. It is. And yeah, can't say no more about Tien. Tien is still my boy. This Dragon Ball Z, I don't consider Tien and Super. I don't want to remember Super. I'm just watching Super for the sake of it, just to see how it ends. That's it. Z is where it stops for me. That's it. Z ended at Z for me. Dragon Ball ended at Z. Full stop. But anyways, tell me you guys think in the comment section down below. As I said before, remember to catch me in the freemium places: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. As you can see beneath me, thumbs the video up over there, share the video, subscribe, become part of the legacy, turn the notification bell on, and follow your boy. So wherever you are, day or night, stay safe out there in these streets, especially these times, troubling times. And I'm signing out. Peace. And always and forever, remember, Tien is a damn role model.